Go.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Team Elevate and Growth Team from wherever you are watching or listening to me from. Welcome to this channel, Career Growth with Karen. My name is Karen Gaira and I am happy to be welcoming you to this episode once again. If you're new here, this is the channel where we have empowering conversations about how to have more fulfilling, more rewarding, and more progressive careers. So if that's what you're looking for, guess what? You're in the right place. Please subscribe to this channel, like our content, comment on it so we can have an engagement, and even share with your friends. Today, I will be talking about motherhood and careers, guys. Of course, you saw this coming. You saw this coming. And yeah, there has been quite a change in my life. I gave that update many episodes ago. And I'm just happy today to talk about maybe what has changed for me in my career life with motherhood on the side. Now, gentlemen, please do not check out of the conversation yet, because I know the challenges with motherhood. I wanted to call it parenthood and careers, but because I'm not familiar, I'm not very familiar with what goes on in the life of a man as they are parenting as well as doing their career. I have just observed my husband, but I really, I can't tell, what that has changed, really what has, how parenting has affected his career. So I'm going to talk about motherhood and careers, but take this also as parenting and careers, because I know some of the things will also apply to gentlemen as well. So that is our conversation today. So stay locked and let's get started. This is Career Growth with Karen. Okay, so guys, today's conversation is about motherhood and careers. And I know many, many, many women who have been parents, they can resonate that something changed. The moment you became a parent and you are in the workplace, something changed. Maybe the challenges became different. And this also goes, it's both ways of careers, either employment or self-employment. There is something that changes. And mostly because women are the primary parents of children, but also I know in some instances also men have had to be primary parents of children, because in some unfortunate circumstances you would have the mother maybe losing their life during the process of getting their babies. So this whole journey from pregnancy all the way to motherhood, it takes sometimes a toll on the body, the mind, and the emotion of the woman or the man that is going through it. And this impacts the workplace. Remember, we said our careers do not exist in isolation. They exist as part of our life, our entire life. So anything that is happening in your life can impact negatively or positively what is going on in your career life. So today I'm here to share maybe my personal journey. I'm reflecting a lot on what has been happening to me, the changes that I have noticed. And I know this will not be unique because most of you have also gone through the same. And because of that, I'll also be sharing some tips that on how you can just stay afloat in that career space as somebody who is currently parenting. So some truths that we have to accept that I will share. One, you need to accept that you will not move at the same speed as you used to. Now, I look at myself a lot as somebody who was, before I got my baby, and my career in terms of career, I was moving at a very fast pace. Now, number one, let me talk about job hopping. I've always told you guys I am a champion for job hopping, especially in the first, maybe the initial stages of your career, maybe the first 6-7 years of your career. I advocate for job hopping, but also you realize that job hopping is as easy as if you are lightweight. And lightweight means you are just somebody who can move. Like today, if you get a job in Germany, you move. You get another job in the UK, you move. But when you start having commitments like children, and maybe they're even schooling, even just moving from one location in one country to another becomes a burden. And therefore that just means that your pace of movement is not going to be the same. Sometimes also when you don't have children, you have a lot of spare time. I talked about work-life balance in one of my recent episodes. You have a lot of spare time, like in the evenings, in the weekends. You have a lot of spare time, and you can use this time to study. You can use this time to solve some problems and some dilemmas that you have at work, you can, use this time to clear some backlogs that you had. But now when you're parenting, it's not the same. And therefore, you will again not be able to move at the same pace. There are also other opportunities that you may not want to take that are work related, that have everything to do with more demand on your time. You may be willing to be just like, let that sit out, because again, you're not very sure of your capacity at that moment. So you need to accept that your speed of movement will not be the same as previously, and you should just be okay with that. It is not a bad thing. It shouldn't frustrate you. It's just because that you're in another season of parenting or motherhood, or fatherhood, and that also requires you to set aside some time for you to be able to deal with that, and therefore less time on thinking about work issues. The second thing is just to tell you that by doing this, you're not being unproductive. You're not being unproductive because you're not being able to solve so many problems that are work related. You are just focusing and giving your energies maybe to also other things. So give yourself some grace. You're not being unproductive. Now, you must be ready to miss out on some very important work related trips, events. If you're somebody who likes traveling, personally I used to like traveling because it gives you exposure. It also just helps your mind to see different cultures, to accept different realities as relates to different people. So it's usually a good thing to travel, to look at other offices, to see what other people are doing. But sometimes you may be limited to how much you can do that, because now you are also caring for somebody else up to a certain time. So accept that you will miss out on some of these trips. Even events, you can imagine a Christmas party is happening in Diani. Sometimes you can't just be ready to show up at times. Sometimes you could be able to show up, but other times not. Imagine at times you have a company dinner that is happening in the evening, and maybe evenings just don't work for you anymore. So be ready to just sit some of these things out and know that it's a season. It's gonna pass, and you're going to be able to go back to attending to these events and these things again. Some of you, especially if you're lactating, you're not able to go and have TGIF. Thank God it's Friday and the drinks are going down. You're not able to do that. So again, be willing to sit out some of these things, and let it not frustrate you, let it not stress you out, because it's just a season. The other thing, be ready to miss out on some study opportunities. Now, what do I mean by study opportunities? Of course, your company may be sponsoring you even for a course or two, but again, you don't have the bandwidth of time, so you're not ready to set aside maybe a day, 2 days to go and attend workshops, to go and study for exams. It's not possible. So sometimes you may need again to bypass certain study opportunities. Again, remember that is normal for many of us. Sit it out and just know that again, it's a season. Personally, I can take on some study opportunities that are lightweight, but things that are too demanding, no. So for different people, it will pan out differently, but just know in your mind that these are some of the things that you may have to forgo, and be ready to walk this journey alone. Why do I say alone? It's because majority of the time, when you look at your peers, you're not all parenting at the same time, or rather, you're not in the same stages of parenting. Your peers, maybe their children are maybe teenagers, so they are flexing a bit, they can travel. For you, you're just starting parenthood, so we are indifferent, and others haven't even started yet. So when you go to your workplace, you realize other people are able to do certain things, but you're not able to. So give yourself the grace. And I think this journey needs a lot of mental preparation. So you need to be prepared mentally to actually slow down. You need to be prepared mentally. And I say that especially for people who are high speed. Someone like me, I'm like a rolling stone. I move very fast. So when you are required to pause, it can do something to your mind. You can feel like mentally, why am I stuck? You're not stuck. I'm here to encourage you and to motivate you that no, just sit it out. It's a period of time, it's a season, and in due time, you are going to be ready and to be back to the grind as you were. And when I say in a period of time, it could be 2 years, but also it could be 10 years, because some of you are getting these children back to back. We see you. Mnaongeza kura. You're adding the number of voters. We see you. But just take comfort in the new space that you are in. be ready to sit out many of those company things. They are not gonna end, guys. Even at 40, we are still gonna be having TGIF. We are still gonna be going to Diani for company Christmas party. We are still gonna be having an exposure trip to some place, which you'll still be able to attend to at that point in your life. So please do not frustrate yourself, and do not beat yourself. Give yourself the grace. And if you're a man out there, please don't be the one who is showing up for every company event when your wife at home has just had a baby. Please give her some company. Sit out some of these things so that you can also be a good companion to your significant other when they are going through this. It can really feel like FOMO when your husband is all over, enjoying, having the best time of their life, and it just adds to the FOMO, because you're just there thinking, oh my gosh, this could have been me as well. So take some time and just give her the company, because most of the time she's the one who will be left alone. So I hope I have helped you women by saying that to the men. Anyways, if you have any more tips, share with us. How maybe parenthood, motherhood, pregnancy changed your career. In which ways? How have you navigated? Let's share in the comment section, and subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and yeah, let's see you in the next one.